I talk to my mom on the phone, all I see is her name. Just the word mom gluing on a black screen. I can see her gestures, her smile, or her little shoulder shimmy when she laughs. But I can picture them perfectly. I've seen them all my life.
My mom is an expressive storyteller. Every word comes alive when she speaks. But her greatest story isn't the one she tells. It's the one she lived. A story of love, sacrifice, and altruism in every form.
Now, I live in Washington, D.C., while she's in Tennessee. We're miles apart, just like we've always been.
Our relationship was built on distance, calls, letters, and waiting. But looking back, I realized every mile between us was an act of kin altruism. She sacrificed being with her child so that I could have a better life. That's love driven by blood, by family, a love that expects nothing back.
My mom was born in 1955 in San Jacinto, a small, quiet town in the Philippines. Her father was a bus driver, feeding a family of 8 with a single paycheck. Meals were often just rice, salt, and water. She used to tell me, we had nothing, but we still shared what little we had.
That's where a sense of group altruism began, helping not just your own family, but your whole community. In the province, neighbors helped each other survive. You share food, you share time, you share dreams. That's part of being Filipino, our idea of bayanihan, the spirit of collective care.
She wanted to be a fashion designer, but her parents convinced her to become a nurse to help the family. She didn't dream of it, but she did it for love. In 1983, she left the Philippines for Saudi Arabia. It was her first job abroad. She sent most of her salary home so her siblings could study and so her parents could eat better.
She didn't just work for herself, she worked for us. That's kin altruism again, giving everything to family.
Then in 1986, I was born. She held me for 4 weeks before flying back to Saudi. She'd send me voice recordings and pictures. When she visited, I'd cry because I didn't recognize her.
Imagine that, being a mother and a stranger at the same time, but she never blamed me. She just kept loving from afar.
That's what altruism looks like. Loving even when it hurts, giving even when it costs you everything. After Saudi, she dreamed of America. She got a nursing job in Texas with one rule: work hard, pass the exam, or go home.
She risked everything again, this time for reciprocal altruism. She believed that if she worked hard for us now, I'd have a better future later. Her giving was met by the hope that I'd use that gift to build my own life.
At first, she sent me to my grandparents in Long Beach so she could focus on the job. I was upset, but now I understand. That was her way of ensuring we'd both survive.
When she passed her exam on Mother's Day in 1993, she said, "We can stay. We won't have to leave again." That was the start of our real life together. When she met my stepdad, a fellow nurse, our home filled with laughter again. He understood her journey, he respected what she'd sacrificed.
Together, we moved to Tennessee. She tried to fit in, attending football games, joining neighbors. That's group altruism once more. Her effort to belong, to connect, and to give back to a new community.
We clashed sometimes. She wanted me to follow Filipino values, but I was learning to be American. To her, standing up for myself felt like disrespect. But still, she pushed me to become a citizen. I used to quiz her for a U.S. history test. When we took the oath together in 2002, I realized this was her dream, not just for her, but for me. Her love wasn't only personal, it was purposeful.
It took her 10 years to save enough to go home. When she finally did, everything had changed. Her parents had aged, her siblings had moved away. She had given them a better life, but at the cost of missing it herself.
That's the bittersweet truth of altruism. You give until you forget what's yours.
But she doesn't regret it. She tells me, if I didn't leave, we wouldn't be here. And she's right. Now, she's in her 60s, working less, resting more. We're apart again, me in DC, her in Tennessee. But our distance doesn't feel heavy anymore. It feels earned.
My mom's life showed me every kind of altruism. Kin altruism, her love for family, sending money home, raising me from afar, reciprocal altruism, her faith that her sacrifices would someday be returned through my success, and group altruism, her care for others, her patients, her co-workers, her community.
Her love traveled oceans. It crossed borders, time zones, and years. And even now, when I hear her smile through the phone, I remember the lesson she taught me. True love isn't measured by what you keep, it is measured by what you give away.